We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. Learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. In this room, We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to in this room. We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow. together in this room. We accept one another in this room, and we learn to love in this room. We bow our heads in this room. We know each other in this room. In this room. We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Is this working, Vaughn? There it is. All right. So good morning. Oh, way too hot. Because when I start singing, it's going to be way too loud. All right, good morning. Let's get started with our first community song. We Come Together. Here we go. Stand up, make noise, run around, whatever you want. Okay, we're going to start that again because I was asleep at the wheel. All right, here we go. Look at the person next to you. Say, Mama, tell them I love you too. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together, we come together, in the name of love. Now look at the person next to you, and recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Excellent. Thank you.
Good morning, beautiful people of the center. All right. So my name is Deborah Ellis, and I welcome each of you to our Sunday service, our Sunday celebration. Whether you're here in person or joining us virtually, we would greatly appreciate it if you would help bring more of us together in spiritual community by sharing this live stream on whatever social media platforms you use, wherever is convenient for you. If this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, welcome. We want you to know whoever you are, whatever spiritual path you're on, and wherever you are on that spiritual path, you are welcome and celebrated here. Our vision is contributing to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Guided by Spirit, together we build a joyously engaged, inclusive community intent on uplifting and transforming lives. So here are a few ways you can connect with and engage in spiritual community. There are 2 live stream daily spiritual practices offering 365 days of richer living, reading, meditation, and prayer at 6 a.m. Eastern Time daily. Just for today is an eclectic readings, interactive discussion, meditation, and prayer that happens at 10 a.m. Eastern, Tuesday through Saturday. And that's on Facebook. Our monthly town hall gathering is Wednesday, March 26th at 7 p.m. And we did have quite a lively town hall meeting, last town hall meeting, so please mark that in your calendar. Your voice is important in shaping our community, and you can find more about that in the details in the newsletter. Are you the missing piece? There are numerous current Sunday service opportunities: video tech team, audio tech team, the welcome team, the hospitality team, readers, and hosts, which we're now calling our presider the host. Yeah. There are sign-up sheets on the welcome table over there if you're in the room. And if you're interested in signing up, you can look into that more online or give a call to the office and let Reverend Rafe know that you're interested in serving. You can get all this information in greater detail by checking our website at columbiacsl.com/events. Email your questions to info@columbiacsl.com or text the office at 410-750-8559. So, speaking of engagement, we come together on Sundays to celebrate life, So let's get to it with our next community song.
All right. How can I serve? A Ricky Byers song. It's a fabulous question. Maybe. Let's see when it starts. How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today, sweet spirit? Who needs my love today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today, sweet spirit? Who needs my love today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How must I share today, sweet spirit? How must I share today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How must I share today, sweet spirit? How must I share today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. You lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. So just a note, the song works. Speak to me in ways that I will understand as I'm having eyeball communication about the lights, and we got it all worked out without a word. How awesome was that? Just have it.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. There's the hose.
Oh, actually, my bad. It's me. Welcome to our marriage. It looks a lot like that. Ministry gives transparency in so many different ways. So our value today is integrity. How are you experiencing integrity? What does it mean to you? Just shout it out if you're online, type it in the chat.
Following being true to my word.
Being true to my word.
Ethically in alignment.
Ethically in alignment. There's no right or wrong answers. It's just your experience. That's part of why we do this, is so everybody can really get an idea that it's a value. It's not a mandate. Right? And everybody experiences values differently. Anything, you seen anything online, Deborah, that needs to be shared in the room? There's like a 30-second delay. Yeah. Following your conscience. Being authentic and genuine to yourself. Honesty.
Showing up as who I am.
Showing up as who I am. Now we're on a roll. Look out. Just have to open the gate. So one of the things that comes up to me about integrity is wholeness. Because the integrity of a thing is the wholeness of a thing. I used to think of it as honesty, and then I used to think of it as cash register honesty, and so that made room for other things. You know, those little white lies, which is an odd phrase if you think about it, because we're admitting that they're still lies while we're making them okay. I'm like, what are we doing? So for me, integrity is really about wholeness, which encompasses everything everybody's saying, showing up as my authentic self. And in the integrity of wholeness, that means I have to make room for you to show up as you authentically are. For me, that's part of integrity. Okay. And so now we are at the wheel. The wheel, for those of you that may be joining us for the first time, is an idea that came to me on the drive home when I was asking the question, how do I give the message back to the community? And what came to me was ask them for what they want to hear about. And so that's what these questions are. And I spin this to contextualize today's talk. So I never know what it's going to be. Good morning, Ebony. Here we go. A question fresh in this morning. Will life continue? You might have a coin we can flip. So I'm going to take that into our time of prayer and meditation to see what creation has to say about that. And so now is our time where we're going to do our candle lighting ritual, Deborah, and our reading, and then we will go into our meditation and prayer time.
Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and a great synthesizer, identifying the common and connecting threads within the various religions, philosophies, and ancient wisdom teachings of the world. Science of Mind is the synthesis of Ernest Holmes' lifetime of study. Let us breathe together as we light a candle honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and Four Noble Truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fourth candle, we honor Baha'i as a path of unity and peace. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as a path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as a path of deliberate tradition. As we light the seventh candle, we honor Taoism as a part of harmony, as a path of harmony and balance. As we light the 8th candle, we honor all indigenous peoples' traditions as paths that recognize and honor spirit in all of creation. As we light the 9th candle, we honor Shintoism as a path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Akan as a path that honors the divine ancestors and nature. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all New Thought philosophies as a path of adherence to universal spiritual principles of love and law. And as we light this final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation as sacred. Namaste, and so it is. I love being supported. Woo! I didn't love that, though. Okay. All right, our sacred reading this morning. The opposite of belonging is fitting in. Even if you're the most secure person on the planet, there has probably been a time when you just wanted to fit in. I remember being the youngest on those sports teams growing up and just wanting to feel like I belonged there. I wanted them to like me, feel like I mattered, and that I was cool to them. But sometimes they do things I didn't agree with, like bully kids or make fun of people, but I didn't say anything. Why? Because if you stand up for something, it often means you'll stand alone. And that was my biggest fear, being alone. We all just want to belong somewhere. Dr. Brené Brown has a lot to say about belonging. She defines belonging as being part of something bigger, but also having the courage to stand alone and to belong to yourself above all else. In that case, belonging is actually the opposite of fitting in. Fitting in means that we are changing ourselves to make other people like us. Fitting in means that we betray ourselves. The minute you become who someone else wants you to be, to fit in, to make sure people like you, is the moment you no longer belong anywhere. Have you ever felt like a social chameleon, always changing your colors depending on what environment you're in? Yeah, me too. It's not a bad thing to be adaptable, though. It's great to make people feel comfortable talking to you and to notice their specific needs so that you can adjust to meet them. But if your only purpose in adapting is to make sure that people like you, that's when you betray yourself.
In silence, there is peace. In the silence, there is unspoken joy. In the silence, there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself.
In the silence, there is peace. The peace of the one life, the one love that we call God. The circle of love is complete in this here and in this now. We are bound together by love, never separated, always held in the one life called God. Though diverse, we are like facets of a diamond, each expressing the truth of who we are as this one life called God. And it is beautiful, each and every one of us just as we are, all perfect, whole, and complete. And because we are one with this thing called God, the divine facets of life, and the one huge diamond of everything, we know that it's all perfect, whole, and complete, for we are all the one life. This includes each of us here, each of us online, each of us in Colombia, each of us in Maryland, each of us in the States, each and every single one of us on this planet and beyond. We are all one. And because of this, this service expresses in complete divine order and divine harmony. The service is perfect. The music is perfect. Everything flows easily and effortlessly, joyously, lovingly, kindly, and with great joy and great love. And I'm grateful that we are all part of this one life, this one facet of the diamond. Just like we are, perfect just as we are. And I release this, knowing it is done in perfection, as each and every beautiful, beloved expression of the diamond that every single one of us are. And so it is.
Going deeper with liquid blooms, ceremony of the heart. With this embodied presence, we have been entrusted. An ancient gift passed from ancestor to ancestor, culminating in your heart, your hands, your hands, your hands. The air you breathe is the apex of an infinite spiral. Here, your heart pulses in its place in the web of interbeing. Reach deeply into the legacy of your ancestors. Open fully to the vision of the future. You are the medicine. Life is the ritual. We offer this ceremony to the winged breath, the dancing fire, the rooted earth, and the water of life, for all our relations. In bowing to our noble origins, we open new timelines of regeneration. Release your resonance into this timeless dream. Awakened. Release your resonance into this timeless dream. Awakened.
And so it is. We can all go home and watch basketball now. Clearly you were not done. I love how we take everything so seriously here, don't you? There was a time I'd be all plexed up about that. Because I'd be worrying what you were thinking about me because something I couldn't control happened. How silly is that? So before I get started, these are the names that I saw while I was trying to be attentive on Facebook. So I feel like romper room when I do this. I see Bobby and right? So I saw Reggie and Felicia and Chris in California and Mark in Arizona and my mama in California and Peggy and Gus in California and Joe and Samuel is joining us from Kenya. How about that? So our theme for the whole year is first thing first. And we're finishing up, today we're finishing up tradition 3. We're doing the 12 steps and 12 traditions. First 2 weeks we do the step, second 2 weeks we do the tradition. So today we're doing the only requirement for membership. Last week we looked at it from the individualized perspective. Today we're going to look at it from a more broad perspective, from a group perspective, from an organization perspective, from a creation perspective, from a will life continue perspective. Right? When we understand, well, let me rephrase that. What I understand about creation is that it is already whole, perfect, and complete. That creation is, right? That it is expressing. And it is expressing based on its desire to experience itself as something new over and over and over and over and over. That no two elements, no two expressions of creation are the same. Now, if you think about that, from even just what we know, going back to the Big Bang, because something had to be existing before the Big Bang, because the Big Bang had to come out of something, right? So something was already here, no matter what we call it. In all of the thousands of millions of years, no two expressions have been the same. Now, if that doesn't boggle your little human brain, I want to talk to you. Because it just, it's like my brain cells just go, what? Right? Especially in a physical realm where we endeavor to make things identical. Right? The factory that made these chairs had a purpose to make every one of these chairs exactly the same, which is contrary to creation. Right? The homes that we live in have all of these really nice level 90-degree angles. Find me one of those in nature. They don't exist. Right? And so part of the problem that I experience, and maybe you do as well, is that living in this physical realm takes me out of the natural realm. Right? Because I'm busy trying to do everything the same way. Right? When I do the different stuff for Sunday service, I'm trying to make sure it all is the same format. I'm trying to make sure I change all the right dates, right? this repetitive thing. I remember when I was doing my MBA, one of the professors said, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing things perfectly one time and then repeating them. Right? So think about that. You do it perfectly one time and then just repeat that one time over and over and over. What a boring existence. Right? It's like on some level we are disconnected from our authentic selves because we are creation being, which means we are creative beings here to create. And yet, we try to fit into a world that squashes all of our creativity by doing everything the same. It's an interesting conundrum. Okay? Will life continue? I think that depends on how we define life. Right? If you define life as this physical body drawing breath, no. No, it will not. Not indefinitely. Maybe you don't, but I know I have a shelf life. Everything I experience in the physical realm seems to have a shelf life. Right? And interestingly enough, it's how the planet nurtures itself. Right? Trees grow. They provide oxygen for us. And they absorb harmful gases to us. And then they fall down, and they rot, and they nurture the soil, and new things grow from them. It seems like it's supposed to happen that way, doesn't it? And perhaps that's exactly how life continues. Right? It's an interesting conversation that we have when we talk about climate change and all of the issues around humanity. And my experience of those conversations is they tend to be anchored in a really deep fear that we are somehow going to make humanity extinct. Now, I get our attachment, but I cannot with any certainty say we're not supposed to be extinct at some point. I really can't. Now, I know for some of us that's a really uncomfortable thought. Right? Because we are raised historically to think that we are the top of the food chain. That we, as humans, are the end-all be-all. Which, interestingly enough, is the problem with the planet. Is because we have positioned ourselves to be superior to nature, that somewhere along the line we decided that we were actually divine dominion over nature and could use it however we please without any consideration for using it up or living in cooperation with it. And yet we worry about extinction when we are participating in making the thing that sustains us extinct. It's an interesting cycle of thought, right? So how does all this relate to the only requirement for membership is a desire? In the 12 steps, that continues to say a desire to stop using. For metaphysics, I invite you to flip it to an affirmative. That the only requirement for membership is a desire to express. If you read what Dr. Ernest Holmes wrote about addiction, about alcoholism, he relates it all to blocked desire to express. That the pain that people are trying to anesthetize with alcohol and drugs is the pain of not expressing what they're here to express. And if you think about it, that is a really painful place, right? We've all had something that was alive in us to express. And we've looked around and we didn't fit in. So we suppressed it. Did that feel good to anybody? No. It's a painful place. It's like that place when I do couples counseling, and somebody inevitably will use the phrase, well, if they really knew who I was, they wouldn't love me. Do you know why people think that? There's only one reason why you would ever think that. Because you know you've never shown up. See, you know they've never actually met you. So you have no certainty that they actually love you because they've never even met you. They've met the you you've made yourself out to be in order to belong in that relationship. You will never know that somebody loves you until you show up. They'll love this version, right? But they won't love you until they meet you. It's a requirement. In order to know you're loved, you have to show up. But we have to know that the only requirement for membership is to show up, is to express. Whether it's at this center, whether it's in a community outside of here, ultimately it's about creation. The only requirement for membership in creation is to express. You can't, in actuality, not be a member of creation. Newsflash, you're here, you're a member. You're on the planet, you're sucking air, you're a member of creation because you are an expression of creation. What does creation do? It expresses. What are you here to do? Guess. Express. See, there's not a different path for different expressions of creation. It's all one creation expressing. What are the trees doing right now? They're expressing. Thank you, pollen. But they are expressing the newness of life. Will life continue? Yes. Life itself is creation. It's all in how we are defining it. Will humanity continue? I don't know. Honestly don't know. And if I'm being completely transparent, I don't really care. I don't. I'm not that attached to this body. I'm just not. Why? Because I understand it's not me. It's a vehicle. Right? It's a vehicle. Am I enjoying my vehicle? Yes. Do I appreciate it? Yes. Could I take better care of it? Yes. I could take better care of the vehicle I drive. It hasn't had a bath since I moved here. That's a couple of years. I could do better. What are you here to express? Do you understand that your very existence is to express? On page, 270 of the Science of Mind book, Ernest Holmes says that the only thing that is important is not that we leave a legacy, that if we left the planet today, there is no necessity that there be any marker that we were even here. The only thing that matters, and then he puts it in all caps, is that while we live, we live. That's all that matters. You are an expression of infinite creation. The only thing that matters is that you, are you following me yet? Express. Is that you express. That's it. Now, really, you don't have to have a PhD to express. You don't even have to know how to read to express. You don't have to know how to sing to express. You don't have to be able-bodied to express. You don't. Doesn't matter what color we are, what size we are, who we love, who we don't love. Doesn't matter. Those are all conditions that, quite frankly, distract most of us from expressing our authenticity. We're so busy in somebody else's business about how they express, we're not expressing us because we're trying to control how they express. How's that working for you? For me, it doesn't work worth a flip. Right? But that's that human mentality where we separate, where we position ourselves in a place of control over. And then we start deciding who gets to be a member. Right? Then we start our list of qualifications to be a member. As if we actually have some divine authority to say who gets to be a part of creation and who doesn't. You can do that in an organization, but you cannot do that in creation. And here's the part that I really want you to get. Every element of creation that you are trying to squash is you. You cannot squash anything without first squashing you. See, to think that I can let you not belong and me belong is duality. If our teaching is true, if there's only one creation and we are all it expressing, every expression has to belong. Has to. It's not fair or reasonable to lay claim to my power of choice and then want to control yours. I want to choose, but now let's talk about how you're using that. Really? I know us in New Thought. We're pretty independent thinkers. I've never met anybody in New Thought that voluntarily surrendered their ability to think to someone else's control. Quite the opposite. And yet, sometimes we tip over into thinking that spiritual mind treatment is about changing how other people think. No. Spiritual mind treatment is about healing misaligned thoughts in mind. It doesn't say spiritual your mind treatment. Doesn't say spiritual my mind treatment. It says spiritual mind. We are doing treatment. We are healing errant thoughts of separation that operate in mind, in creation. Mind is just another word for creation. It is the substance. It is consciousness itself. And the whole trick with spiritual mind treatment is it is a movement of consciousness. We have to get beyond that it's a movement in consciousness, because it isn't in it, it's of it. That's what thought does. Thought moves consciousness into the activity of law, into form. There's no separation. It's all the same thing expressing. And so the only requirement for membership is a desire to express. Everybody already belongs. There's no way to not belong. And nobody needs to change to meet somebody else's standard. And you don't need to change to meet anybody else's standard, including your own. I got a stink face for that one. I love it. Most ministers have an amen corner. I have an oh crap corner. See, all of the limitations in your head are just that. When you are looking for what is yours to express, listen to your heart. Your head will lie to you. Your head only has what you have already expressed. It's a hard drive. It only has information that's already been programmed there. Your heart has the new desire. Listen to your heart. Know that you cannot fail. You can't. You cannot fail. Even if you say, no, I'm not going to express, it's not a failure because you were given free will. You can't fail. So you may as well have fun and experiment. I will close with this. Yes, people will judge you. Yes, if you dance in the grocery store when no music is there, people will look at you like, what's up with you? So what? It's not like they're coming home with you. What do you care what they think? And here's how we know other people are going to do that with us. Say that. Say again, Deborah.
We're doing it.
That's right, because we're doing it with you. Right? I know you're going to judge me because I judge you. Hello. That's just how it goes. So it's kind of like breathing. I think, therefore I judge. I will offer you this, and then I'm going to close. Many of you have heard me use this saying. It goes both ways. I ain't judging, I'm just saying. And some days I ain't saying, I'm just judging. And I offer that to you to lighten this stuff up. I ain't judging, I'm just saying. I ain't saying, I'm just judging. Own it. Because then you can choose something different. Let's take this into prayer. I recognize one infinite creation, one whole, perfect, and complete creation. Indra's net, adding gems, desiring to experience itself. All of creation in this physical realm is an individualized, one-of-a-kind, on purpose, never to be repeated desire in the heart of creation to experience itself as that individualized expression. And in the eternality of life, all that individualized expression experiences becomes part of the eternal whole, ever-expanding creation. And so I claim and affirm that there is an opening in all of creation simply to express. That there is a freedom being claimed to express every desire of the heart with joy, with freedom, with authenticity. And knowing that the word spoken is the word fulfilled, I know that it's already done. And so I, the human I, can let go. I can let go of the lie of having to control anything. I can let go of all of the doubts that pop up that would impede the fulfillment of desire. I let it all go.
and claim and affirm the truth that it is done. And so it is. Just take a breath. Before I turn this back over to Deborah, I just want to bring your attention to this. Today's worksheet, you're going to have fun if you play with it. It goes through some questions about what you think, but then the exercise on the back is to use the Pixar storytelling method to write a story about membership that you want for any organization. If you're not familiar with the Pixar storytelling exercise, here it is. You just start writing once upon a time, and you write until you're done. Every day, and you write whatever comes. Until one day, and then you keep writing. Because of that, and because of that, until finally. So that's what you get to play with this week. Have fun.
Thank you, Reverend Rafe. Let's hear it for Reverend Rafe. Thank you for taking such good care of us all and bringing us goodies. All right. There are several ways to give. You can text the word GIVE to 410-498-6175, or you can mail a check to 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108. Or you can access our giving portal on our website, columbiacsl.com/donate. Once accessed, you can give a one-time gift or set up a reoccurring gift. And if you have any challenges, please reach out to Reverend Rafe so he can assist you. So at this time, I'd like to invite Gary as to be with us, and there he is. Love you, Gary.
You too.
And I'm going to speak our community prosperity affirmation. And I'll speak it once through and then just read it through? Okay. We're just going to read it together. How about that? Okay. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely as creation gives to me. Give through Columbia's Center for Spiritual Living to ensure its continued availability to all spiritual seekers. Okay. Ushers, please receive the gifts. Gary's going to bless us now with some music.
Eagles, whales, elephants call for world peace.
I joyfully speak a word of blessing this morning for our beloved Gary. And for the gifts received here this morning in the form of money that nourishes and uplifts and sustains not only our CSL Columbia community, but all of the activities that are tended to beyond Columbia CSL. So thankful, so grateful this morning for all that is received and all that will be moved out into the world to bless the world. And so it is. All right. Now you too can be a host. You can see it's okay that you are still loved even if you flub up. So this is one of our service offerings. We are moving from presider to host is what we're calling it now. So with that, there are several ways that you can get prayer and support. Thank yous. See? We're going to have to do this up a little so I can follow along a little better because it's... All right, so this morning I would like to thank everyone that's been in service to our community this morning. Our musician, Gary Hardnett. Video recording and live stream, Jesse Dobbs and Zeta Johnson-Betts on video recording. Audio, Rafe and Vaughn. Your reader, Deborah. Your licensed practitioner, Frank. Hospitality, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. And our welcome team, Nancy Wilson. And our online engagement, just community. And our ushers, Dale, and who was the other usher? And Rafe. And anyone that is assisted in setting up in any way, and any loving hand that touched this service, bless you and thank you. And thank you for everyone that will break down after service this morning. All right, so for prayer support. Spiritual support is available, and there are several ways for you to receive support. Prayer requests can be sent to our email at prayer@columbiacsl.com. You can request prayer by completing a prayer request right over here on the prayer table by the window and placing it in the basket there on the table. And then we will hold that in prayer for you during the week. Okay, and that's held in confidence, and you can just place that in the basket. Frank will be available in the lobby for prayer after service, so you can go and see the beloved, wonderful Frank, and he will be happy to hold you in loving prayer. Please keep socialization here in the sanctuary to reduce noise and to increase privacy for that prayer area. I think... Okay, I'd like to invite you to listen as I read our affirmation through once, then we read it out loud together. I am a desire of creation to experience itself as me. You are a desire of creation to experience itself as you. We are equal. Let's say it together. I am a desire of creation to experience itself as me. You are a desire of creation to experience itself as you. We are all equal. All right, and the final thing I want to say is remember next week is our 5th Sunday potluck where we break bread together and we have the tables and we get to eat during service. So I wanted to remind everybody of that. Now I invite you to stand as we sing our closing song.
All right. So yes, next Sunday is our brunch service. It is also a workshop service. So the format will be a little bit different. We will still have music. Felicia will be here doing our music next week. Yeah. So just bring something to share. Now, this just in, so I'm going to say it. If you want to help the planet, bring your own serving dish and take your own serving dish home with you, because then we don't have to use paper stuff. We will have some of it here, but if you bring your own plate or bowl that you want to eat with, that minimizes our impact on the planet. So just a thought. All right, so our closing song is a call to action. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. So sing it like you kind of, sort of, maybe want to believe it. I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Sing it like you mean it. Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Claim it. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Have a great week.
Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindnesses to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful, loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God, for one good day. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindness says to me, living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day.